the same time, this increased prosperity distributes wealth unevenly, so the wealth gap typically grows between the rich haves and the poor have-nots.
Now, the distribution of wealth happening automatically is almost a mathematical thing. It's called Pareto's Principle, where 80% of people only produce 20% of the results, and 20% of people produce 80% of the results. Therefore, those 20% of people will therefore get most of the wealth. That's why 80% of the wealth is in the top 20%. 80% of the men, 80% of the men are only having 20% of the women that they have sex with, while 20% of the men at the top have sex with 80% of the women in your country or whatever. Even things like 20% of the lions eat about 80% of the gazelles that's in the Serengeti. There's so many principles about this. The best thing that we can do as an intelligent species is to try to distribute the wealth without, being a communist type evil socialist country. We can distribute the wealth. So that's why things like welfare happens and social security and, shelter, stuff like that.
Eventually, the financial bubble bursts, which leads to the printing of money and increased internal conflict between the rich and the poor, which leads to some form of revolution to redistribute wealth.